From Brazil, Rodolfo Barretto, eminent creative leader and book author and a writer of several other very interesting things.
Really honored to be here, and I hope you are all well. So, and I need to say that I'm really proud of the countries that, in a way, are managing to fight against this such a dangerous virus. And you are incredible, guys, and it's not an easy fight, as Ramesh said. So it's really important to stay together. But on the other hand, I'm representing Brazil here, and I believe that you must be following the news in South America and mainly in my country. So before we talk about the market, I'll give a really quick overview of what is happening here. So I promise sum up it in just 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Can I do it?
Sure.
Okay. I will share screen here because I have a kind of presentation. So let's put it here. So I'll try to share screen here. Okay. That's okay for you?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So just a minute. I'll put it here, and that's okay. So what's going on in Brazil? So 60 minutes, just really quickly. Really quickly. As you know, the numbers of infected and dead in Brazil are doubling and doubling. And I took the sprint on Saturday, and we had 341,000 cases and more than 21,000 people dead. So it's really huge. And the journalist Carly Porterfield of Forbes wrote that why Brazil will likely become the global coronavirus hotspot, if it's not already, because he is on 22 of May. So we have the United States, Russia, and Brazil. So, and I think she will be absolutely right, because the first thing you can think of it is that the virus is spreading because of the carnival, right? Because the Brazilians are part people and they are singing and hugging on the streets, and it's not true. The reason is that while all countries are experiencing health issues and economic issues, Brazil have serious political issues. The problems are the divergence between those who believe in what our president is saying, thinks, and the actions that the governors are taking, the mayors, and what the whole world is saying. The governors and the mayors are good with it. They say stay home, but the president say that you all created this virus to put me down. It's a kind of alienation. I don't know what's happening here. So while the words say stay at home, and while the governors and the mayors say stay at home, my president here is going to ride a jet ski. It's look like Trump. I think that's on a weekend. Trump's go walk for a golf or something. So, and more than that, Bolsonaro fires the former justice minister, and he's firing the minister who disagree with him. We have just 2 health ministers in 1 month. So I wouldn't be surprised if he says that everyone should drink Clorox tomorrow. It's not to be a surprise for us. So this number is like this because there is a large of numbers of voters who believe in him, and it also killing those who didn't vote for him, obviously. But I can say that we still believe in science. There's a huge part of Brazil that believes in science, and part of them, including me, is at home. So this is my 1 minute sum up. So now let's talk about how brands have changed their communication week after week. So let's begin on the market. So there is a COVID way of thinking about brands. So on the subject, I saw three very clear movements when you talk about mass media. So let's take the TV as an example. I'm going to play some spots here, but I'm not going to play all the video. It's just to show the mood of what's going on here. So at first, imagine that the world was crazy. It's crazy. The government's asking everyone to stay at home, and some brands saying that take your girlfriend for a walk on the beach. So it's really crazy. Let's watch it. So I will put. Okay. I named it an outside world communication because many brands simply left their media plan on air, and it's just showing how slow they are nowadays. So believe me, this type of spot was on air not too long ago. So last week this film was on air, so it's really ridiculous. And in a second movement, everyone started with the all will be okay video mode. Obviously that talk about hope is essential, but what happened was similar communication. So take a look at this next video. I'm showing just a little bit as it's very extensive. So let's go.
When we first opened our doors.
Since 1926.
Since 1978.
For 60 years.
For 75 years. For over 80 years. In 90 years.
Over 100 years. Nationwide has been on your side.
Restaurants have always been there for you.
Nissan has been with you through thick and thin.
We will do what we've always done.
Take care of people.
We're people.
People.
Family. Families are families.
Even now. Especially now.
Right now.
Now more than ever.
So what's happening here? So this video is on YouTube with the title "All COVID ads are the same." So, and again, it just shows that the brands were just following protocols from their PR agencies. So it's not so good. It's a kind of, we can say here in Brazil, it's a kind of pasteurization of the communication. So for me, it's all will be okay, a lot of IMSO communication. But however, and we have reached finally the third movement of communication, and brands started to say that what they are actually doing about people, and that's okay. Let's watch it. It's in Portuguese, but you are going to understand it.
Muitas empresas estão investindo em diferentes iniciativas para combater a crise na economia e na saúde. A siderúrgica ArcelorMittal Brasil destinou 19 milhões de reais para o enfrentamento da pandemia do novo coronavírus. Desse total, a empresa doou.
So, it's in Portuguese, but this is the most famous TV news in the country. It's talking about brands for the first time. They had never advertised in the media that way. So that was the most important thing. People are no longer in need of randomly beautiful words. We need food donations for the poorest communities, money for the hospitals, for medicines, funds, and structure. And we need facilities for payments and debits by banks, and etc. And that, for me, is the most meaningful communication at the moment. That the brands that people will buy and connecting into the future will be the ones that they are helping them today. So that, for me, it's the most important thing. And talking about the day after, and what's going to happen when the first ray of light shines, and we can go back again, and we can go out again. So let's talk about the Great Depression quickly. And the Great Depression of 1929 was a decline of industrial production of the United States. But there is some kind of thing that happened, that the consumption of beauty products grew. And the lipsticks increased a lot in 1929. And after it, at 2028, after another world crisis, the sales of L'Oreal increased by 5% again. So what happened in terms of economic crisis? The cosmetic sector usually grow, and this has been called a lipstick effect or lipstick index. And it happened because when you get dressed, the individual stimulates his self-esteem in times like this. So it was invented by Leonard Lauder. So, however, now with the end of social interacting, and however, the consumers no longer see reasons for using lipstick and perfume. Here, I'm not with perfume right now, so so this crisis is really different from the others, and everyone is. We are now entering in a contactless economy. This is the expression right now. So, like the lipsticks example, we are now opening our closets at home and asking ourselves that what do I really use? We are probably not using even 10% of what we have. And also, the consumption, what is it, will be the future of consumption? So come on, let's do a kind of exercise here. So what is our most essential clothes today? So, and maybe we are going to say that my dinosaur pajamas, they are really useful today. But okay, but the most important clothes now is the piece of cloth. Now is a mask, and the rest became just an accessory for us. So maybe what's happening now, we change the way we consume a little bit. Perhaps we will buy fewer things, but with a higher quality, so they will last longer than what we have today. And so McKinsey did a research, and these are the changes that they are expected in consumption behavior for we are calling the new normal. I'm not, we'll talk about each one, but they are self-explanatory here. You have the digital, we have the safe consumption, we have the quality and the health of life. We have the new role of home here. We have the purpose. We have the in loyalty increase about brands here. And it's really good examples here. And at least what the futures hold. We're asking every time about it. We are forwarding the future. And I think that the first thing we wonder, of course, will be the cure. But there are some things that it might going to happen as fast as you can imagine. So I list some items here. So I think the first one is the increase of the clothes and gadgets production that and kind of thing analyzes our health daily. So we have maybe the clothes, the bed, and the toilet, and etc. And the increase of telemedicine, it's huge right now, and I think that's going to get bigger and bigger. And glasses of mixed reality. It's not the augmented reality, but mixed reality. And the centralization of global production. We have a lot of things in China today, but I think that's going to grow in India and African countries also, as usual. And two points here that I think that's really important, and it's not so good, but maybe we are losing in the future our privacy, and for reasons of medical monitoring. I think that's China is doing things like that, and I think that's going to spread all around the world. And I think that's we are going to losing free will, maybe, and human, because we have the human desire to increase our brain cognition. We have 5G right now, so Google for Neuralink. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk, but the Neuralink, maybe it's not so good for the world. So that's it. Thanks. And if you want to to join me, on LinkedIn, here's my link. You can point your cell phone here and come together. So that's it.